There it is.
We are live. How's everybody doing? How are you doing, Cameron?
Oh, I'm doing great, Mr. John Davies. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, it's Tuesday, we're talking about comics,
New
you know,
comics? What?
new ones, old ones, all of the ones.
Well, ragged ones, sharp, crispy
you know,
corner ones, whatever ones you want to talk about.
yeah, the ones. So what do you have out there that you want to discuss about the ones?
The ones. Okay, well, the new. Are we talking? We are speaking of the new number ones this week, correct, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, today, as far as I saw there's 4 or 5 number ones that been released this week. Whether they got released last week in their new variants, or there's new number ones this week. But the ones I want to talk about are definitely I believe it's the Infinite Dark number one by Image Comics. And that one just looks like an interesting read. It's bringing there's a couple new sci-fi books coming out this week I'm going to talk about. And the Infinite Dark follows the captain of like a colony ship with about 2,000 people on it. And basically what happens is the universe is imploding, and they're the last 2,000 people left alive because the universe is slowly, there's space freeing, atoms are breaking, basically all kinds of pandemonium. They've received hundreds of transmissions, people trying to get to them, asking how to get to them, and they've watched people just die in front of them on their screens, and they've basically given up all hope, and they know that eventually they're going to die too. So this is basically just a peek in the lives of 2,000 people through the eyes of their commander as they live out their last days, just waiting for the universe to end. So I am very interested. It sounds like a little bit more of a morbid comic, but I feel like it's going to be a great read. So
Great.
the writer on that is Ryan Katie.
Did you have a picture to show of the cover or anything like that?
If I did screen share, I'm sure I could pull one up real quick.
Yeah, let's see what the screen share has.
Right. Let me get this up here real quick. Screen share approved. Here we got Infinite Dark right here, issue number 1. But there are always pieces in. It's like one of the few. Let me get rid of that. One of the few. I read a synopsis of it. I didn't want to spoil it too much. But basically, what happens is director Carol. There's a murder on the ship. 2 years into their voyage.
A murder.
Yeah, there's a murder. See, I didn't want to spoil it, but it pulled it up, so I had to talk about it.
Oh, let's talk about it.
I do. That's all it tells me until I read the book tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it just 2 years into their voyage after waiting for a second big bang. There's a murder on the ship. Station's first murder.
So, who is the artists on this? The writers and them.
The writer is Ryan Katie. Artist is Andrea Muddy. I heard a gasp.
Ryan Caddy's a really good writer. Friend of mine. He's a pretty cool dude. He's from Top Cow. He helped write what was the one it was one of those Top Cow titles that kind of meshed in with Aphrodite 9 and those titles.
I did not know Warframe had a comic, and apparently he's also
there he is
for the X-Files.
Yeah, that's Ryan. Yeah, he is pretty cool dude.
His early reviews of terrible fast food products for the OC Weekly.
Yeah, he is from California.
All right.
He is from California, but yet he's transplant to New York up there. So, yeah, that's one to pick up then.
Yeah.
That is a one to pick up.
Aha! Well, I got another one for you to pick up too. All right, it's called The Last Space Race, and I've always been like, as a kid, I think most of us at least at some point wanted to be an astronaut. I don't know. I always like watching Armageddon when I was younger, and Apollo 13. Heck, I even built the International Space Station, the Hubble telescope, out of Kinects and hung them from my ceiling with fishing line when I was a kid. So when I heard there's something called The Last Space Race, I was like, gotta check this out. So we're going to pull up a picture here real quick, sir. And here it is right here.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. And it's an Aftershock title. I'm trying to find the writer. It looks like Peter Calloway and Alex Chabot. Like Alex Chabot, that's how we're going. And Natalie Marquis and Marshall Dillon. So, fans of Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke, and Stanley Kubrick will be people who this will appeal to. So, basically, what happens here? They spot something that's about the size of Manhattan that appears in the solar system by Saturn, and it's infrared signatures off the charts. Hubble telescope finally gets pointed over to it. They take a high resolution picture. It's a spaceship. Why is it? What does it want? But the cool thing is, it's not going to be like a typical space race about like U.S. But it's not going to be country versus country right now. It's because like it's reflecting how we are now and how there is no official space race made by country. It's all by private investors. It's all by individual people. It's reflecting like Elon Musk and him, okay, and like him wanting to go into space. So it's reflecting that, and it's going to basically be private investor for private investor. Then who can get there first and like either make first contact, discover something new, get technological advancements for the human race. So it's all going to be about that. So that's definitely one that's on my watch list as well. Also, Spider-Geddon 1 came out this week as well, and all the variants that came out with that. I mean, there's even a Peter Porker variant of the cover, so it's kind of funny to see Peter Porker back in the mainstream again, instead of just finding beat up comics and 50-cent bins. So I am also looking forward to. Have you heard of this new What If coming out this week from Marvel?
What If?
Yes.
They brought that back, huh?
Yes. Volume 2, issue 44. What if Peter Parker had become the Punisher? Not what if Spider-Man became the Punisher. What if Peter Parker himself? So
yeah, let's see that.
Yeah,
let's see that.
Let me pull that up. I thought I had that tab still hidden. So right there. Images. Boom. Oh, and this is actually, I believe this is the Chris Stevens variant of My Local Artist. Right here. So right here. Look at that. With the web shooters and the guns coming out of the web shooter.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I believe this is a recreation of an iconic Punisher comic, Punisher cover, where he had the guns out, but instead it's Peter Parker. I mean, you can tell. I mean, look, Peter is taking his workout routine a little bit more seriously, if you can tell by those forearms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm loving the, I guess, Spider-fied Punisher suit, or Punisher logo, I guess you could say. Looks like he's in a bit of a firefight there, but, I mean, it's basically, you know, by the time Uncle Ben died, Peter Parker already had his powers. So this is taking the turn. What if when Uncle Ben died, he didn't have the talk? What if great power comes great responsibility? It's going to be, I don't want to let this happen to anyone else. No one deserves this, and I'm going to make sure that no two-bit thug can take out and hurt an innocent family again. And it's going to be a cold, calculated, slightly more hostile version of Peter Parker, along with still having these spider powers. So definitely a pickup. It's the What If series. They're all one shots, but I am definitely looking forward to it. Probably would be the most excited I've been to pick up a What If comic since I want to be like, what if Flash Thompson had become Spider-Man? I think that was in the Volume 1 series. So, but those are my picks for the week. Sir, have you seen any that you have been looking forward to?
Not offhand of the brand new DC or Marvels. Last week I did check out the Return of Wolverine. It was okay. It was kind of lackluster in it, but the artwork was outstanding. Steve McNevin and Jay Leiston do amazing work of their Barry Windsor Smith look on, and they achieved it. They achieved the style.
Okay.
And but the story itself was pretty lackluster. Now, I've been wanting to get all the other volumes that came before for the returning of Wolverine. So like the Mandarin one and the Search for Wolverine.
Yeah,
And all that.
the big old Hunt for Wolverine series that's been
Yeah,
going
the
on for
Hunt.
a little bit.
Yeah, and all those other one shots and limited series ones that lead up to the return. So
I have to ask, since I haven't picked it up, and I haven't really picked up too many of the Search for Wolverine either. I picked up a couple, but I want to get the whole series and read it. So I might do that digitally, to be honest. But what is with the laser claws or the heat claws? Is that I heard something about that?
It's not even really spoken on in the story just yet.
Okay.
You just see him have them in the very beginning, and that was about it.
See, does that burn coming out? Has he gotten used to it? He's got calluses? Does he have a burn like I do from my new job?
No.
Like,
No, it's just it shows those claws once like that, and the rest he hooks up with some lady to help her out, because that's what Wolverine is. You know, he helps people and that are the needy, and he just unleashes what he does and against bad guys. So, but like I said, it was kind of lackluster. I'm hoping maybe issue 2 kind of picks up a little bit, but Wolverine's been a pretty iconic, lovable character to me since his incarnation way back when in the late 70s there. And he was everywhere. You could name a title and Wolverine was there. And I would chase after those, you know, also along with his own title. Finally, when he got his own series after almost a decade of
just
from his limited
experiences,
yeah. So, and I collected all those when I was younger, and it was so cool. And it's just I just wish Marvel gets their act together and creates a long lasting series, which they're not. It's not going to happen. They're just not in that mode anymore, and so that's why I don't really collect the DC or Marvel because they're ready to just jump off of a book immediately and start again.
Else, yeah,
and start again, and or other things. But I do a lot of indie stuff, crowdfundings, and that's where it's at. And I got in this Viking Queen this week by Paul Story, and from Source Point Press, and it's a pretty cool book. And the cover is awesome. The interiors are pretty decent. The storytelling is there.
Ooh, okay, that's very colorful. I am.
So
it kind of looks a little reminiscent of I'm not saying it is, but the series of Baby Teeth I've been reading lately kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
Yeah. So, but it's an awesome book. It's Vikings, which is also awesome.
Vikings,
cool,
surprisingly enough, as much as everyone talks about the raping and the pillaging, with that, very powerful women in their society.
Oh yeah, that's why it's the Viking Queen, and the head comes off. Look at that.
I was gonna say, is that Ursula? What's
Nah, she's just some demon like, and the Viking Queen chops her head off, man. And you know, the artwork, it tells a story. It's not like super duper great or anything, but it tells the story really well. And it's you can't wait for the second issue is what it brings forth. So awesome. And that's what comics should be, you know. And a lot of these a lot of these independent books are doing that, and because they're putting so much passion into them, just like what I'll be doing with the event and Children from the Atom.
Yeah, you keep teasing me any more Children from the Atom, and we're gonna fight. We're gonna have words, sir.
So it's a cool story. I'm ready to get it out there. It's been 3 years in the making itself, but the story's been inside for at least 10. So
Okay, so you mind if I talk about one more book real quick? You talking about
go for
Wolverine
it.
made me remember it.
Go
So
for it.
we have another number one this week, and I do not know what is it with all this X-Men love recently. I don't know if Deadpool rekindled it, but so we had X-Men, and then we had X-Men Red, and we had X-Men Gold. Well, now this week we have X-Men Black, number one, coming out this week. Another short-lived, probably less than 30 issue X-Men series coming out again. It's got like four different variant covers starting off, including like a 1/100th, like a one in every 100. I'm just like, what? I didn't even read that. I got like a couple issues of X-Men Gold just in like in stackers, but just nothing was really jumping off the pages for me. Like, are they just? I feel like they're beating the X-Men horse to death, like they're beating a dead horse, trying to get something out of it. And I don't, I'm not. I hope maybe you can understand. I don't know if you heard anything about it. I know you don't. You said before you don't really follow the new Marvel and DC, and you're more on the independent pages. If I really feel like they're beating a dead horse. So
Hmm.
that's just my opinion on it. I've never been a huge X-Man. Like I was always more DC, but when it came to Marvel, I never really got into X-Men as much. Anyways, loved the TV series as a kid. With my young self over here, but I just I don't know. It's kind of like for me, like it's like the Fantastic Four reboots, in my opinion. Fantastic Four makes a great comic, but not so great of a movie because they had to keep doing the origin story over and over again. And I feel like X Men make we saw the movies, we've seen the origins, and a lot of people didn't even know about like they knew there was comics, but they didn't read them. And so like people who saw the movies stuck with the movies and didn't feel the need to explore. And I feel like they're just trying to get people into that because it was a good franchise for Marvel and nothing's happening with it. And they just keep trying to revive it over and over and over again. It's like at some point you got to stop Frankensteining monster this.
So who is the main character in Black?
No idea. Didn't need. Yeah, I can look real quick, but I didn't even. I just saw that it was happening.
Okay.
Apparently, there's a lack of diversity. Apparently, there's a scandal around that. Looks like there's Magneto, and let's see if we can get some images up here.
He's a pretty diverse character.
Yeah, 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 sure. There is a this is the thing that was on the cover here. Let me go ahead and go back to screen share real quick.
All right. Let's see what you got.
All right, screen share. All right, so
That's me.
if you know
Mojo.
this,
So is it the Mojo one?
yeah, this is I guess from X-Men Black as well. I guess it's supposed to be something to do with Magneto.
One of the covers. Okay.
Yeah, but this thing is on most of the cover. See if I can find just the actual cover from it. See, there's I guess Emma Frost. There's Mystique.
And Juggernaut.
So maybe it's about Magneto's side, but this is the. I can get
So
this
that's
picture
the
bigger.
six. Yeah, the six different covers or five
Yeah,
different covers they did.
yeah, yeah. This is the only one I've ever
Uh,
seen. Was
so that's how they sell their
yeah.
product now.
Who is this right here?
The bottom right.
Yes,
That's
hey,
Mojo.
that is Mojo. Okay, see, I don't know who Mojo is. See, I don't. I know. I am the very definition of a casual X-Men
Okay.
fan.
So do you know who Longshot is?
Yes.
So Longshot came out of Mojoverse, and it's like a big running television type series, type of world planet that he has a world
Okay.
with Mojo. It's and everything's like televised and such, right? And then uh, he kind of controlled everything, so very big dictator and stuff. And Longshot tried getting out of the universe, and he did, and eventually he ended up on Earth and joined the X-Men. So, and obviously it is about Magneto there. So, but I think it's more along the lines with the Mojo and stuff.
Okay.
So,
So here's the synopsis. Apparently, Magneto's had enough again, and it's a clear about his goals for mutant domination. So I guess it's his next revolutionary plan. But get this: with beating the dead horse thing includes part 1 of X-Men Black Apocalypse, the backup story. So not only is there an X-Men Black, there's now an X-Men Black Apocalypse that's going to be coming out soon.
Well, no, it's the backup story. So what comics are doing nowadays is putting 2 stories in their books. It's been going on for a little bit. And then the big name I've seen there was Chris Claremont.
Yeah,
Chris Claremont did a huge amount of volume for X-Men. He's the one who introduced the X-Men that you know of. Okay. So, like, he brought in Wolverine, Colossus, Thunderbird, Storm, Nightcrawler, all of those. Yes. So that's Chris Claremont. And
did he work on the Nightwing individual series as well? Or did he just help introduce them in the X-Men series?
You mean
Nightwing had his own series? I didn't know if you were saying, because I know you said he helped introduce him. I didn't know if you were.
You mean Nightcrawler?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Nightcrawler, not Nightwing.
Yeah, Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he worked on Nightcrawler in solo book or not, but
yeah.
For now, Chris Claremont was some type of fictional author, and then he did the comics, and he is a complex type of writer that he can carry a main story along and then have 10 different subplots going on in a single issue that carries on to other issues without deterring the main story. So he is a brilliant man when he's writing. I'm telling you. They're trying to strike lightning with Claremont in this, but I don't think it's going to help with the way they produce comics these days.
Yeah.
So
sorry, I'm trying to get a new angle here.
Yeah, you're cool. And we'll just have to see how that comes out as far as the book itself. But okay. I doubt it's working.
Yeah. That's why I feel like maybe they brought him back on once again. I feel like they're just trying to.
But I seen a Venom in your background there, so let's talk a little bit about Venom here.
Oh yes,
yes. Not only just your little statues, but the movie and everything.
No spoilers. Thursday, so
okay.
No spoilers for me.
No, so talk about your statue.
Okay, so even though I am a DC fan, there are a few Marvel characters who have always caught my attention, one of them being Venom. So I started off with this very detailed figure. I mean, just the neck muscles are still ridiculous. It still gets me every time. I mean,
oh yeah,
there's muscles I haven't even heard of there. So this is the one that I picked this up for very cheap in a Venom Stacker auction that I won. But because my dear wife loves me so much and decided to give me an early Christmas present, we have this 12 by 14 Venom statue.
That is awesome. Looks like it's got some weight to it.
Yeah, a little bit. If you see me struggling a little bit, it's probably about I want to say at least a 5 to 7 pound base, along with just the weight of the statue.
Wow, that's totally awesome.
They got the broken symbiote tank there with the liquid falling out. It's just, and let me see. And actually, I can bring the statue a little bit closer because he detaches. So.
Oh, look at that! And that tongue.
The teeth are actually sharp. Like it's.
Oh wow. Nice details.
It is a limited edition statue, and I was just when I saw it, my store had gotten 4 in, and they're supposed to be 3,000, and I already know just because of what the problems they had when they got it in, it's already down to 2,996 because 4 of the ones they got in broke in shipment.
Wow.
And this thing is packed in a box that's 3 feet tall by 2 feet wide, and I don't know how they broke because it was This is how big the statue is. The box is 3 times this size. So And then to get my wife more into comic stuff, she's always loved she's an X-Men fan. She likes Wolverine. She likes X-23. So to get her more into the comic book scene, I bought her some pops and Marvel Legends. So I have 4 of the upcoming Venom movie pops, and I just found out apparently there's more than the 5 on the back. They started doing a Venomized Ghost Rider and other things as well, but there's these 5.
Oh, those are pretty cool.
And I just seen the Venomized Iron Man just came out, I think this past week, so I gotta get that one. But I'm currently on the hunt. There was also a Marvel exclusive that just came out, and it's like $35 for the pop, which is ridiculous. I don't want to spend it, but I want it. And it's got Venom, and he's drooling, and it's kind of like the Enemy Within glow in the dark cover, Enemy Within #1, and the green drool coming off the statue glows in the dark. So I kind of want.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
But yeah, so with the Venom movie though, I've heard so many reviews saying that the Rotten Tomatoes score is BS, but at the same time, I know those aren't comic fans. So I talked to my comic book collecting friends, and I talked to you a little bit about it before we started the stream, and I've heard it's fairly positive. It's not spectacular like all my other friends have saying, but I've heard it's a fairly positive movie. It's like the best that Sony could do with Venom is what they did with it being Sony and a PG-13 rating. So, would you like to elaborate more on that?
Okay. So, Tom Hardy did very good justice to the character itself. Okay. It's over the top. Great. What he did. The storyline is really good. It puts in all the little different plot points of how Venom came to Earth, and a little more with the other part of the Venom verses. So
how close is it to Lethal Protector, like that series? Does it
maybe
touch on it at least?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, yeah, a lot of different plot points to where it brings a little bit of this, a little bit of that into with them, and it's pretty cool. Because I don't want to give away too many spoilers to anybody out there or even yourself.
You can give away 1 or 2 if you put a spoiler warning in there, but just I got
riots in it.
Okay, I knew that much because the price of first Riot, Lethal Protector #4, I believe, it's in #3,
okay.
has been skyrocketing. That's been hinted at already because she was actually in one of the trailers. You could see the black and the yellow and a little bit of red in there in one of the trailers. So
okay,
I got excited seeing that. What else you got for me?
I wish I could say Carnage is in it, but he's not.
Cletus is still in it. I know at least Cletus was cast. I know he's in there. I don't know how much. I'm sure you're not going to tell
me. Okay. So, what do you remember about the first Carnage's books coming out? Back in the day,
359, 360, right?
And 361, right?
Yeah.
But what was it prior to that? It was 342.
I believe so. Yeah.
Where it shows the Cletus in there in jail.
Yeah.
And, okay. You make your assumptions from there.
Okay, so it's literally, oh, that kills me. So
all I'm gonna say is you watch this movie from start to finish, all the way past the credits,
all the way to the 2 credit scenes. Yes, I've been told there were 2, and I've been resisting watching them. So,
well, you need to see it fully in the movie to appreciate it.
I'm ready. I have my IMAX tickets already purchased.
Yeah, just anybody who wants to spoil themselves to like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it on a YouTube. I'm gonna watch it here or there of what people videotaped or whatever at the very end. You're not bringing it all in. You need to go to the theaters to bring all that excitement into your viewing pleasure, okay? Because it's stupid if you don't, okay? And obviously, I got a Venom here. I got this from Comics Elite from my great buddy Sean Hudutchko.
Sorry, what
Master
was their name?
Sergeant Sean Hidachko,
Okay.
Master Sergeant.
Okay.
So he has a shop up in Indianapolis, Indiana, and maybe we'll go sometime together up there,
I
and we
actually have
could.
a buddy who lives in Indiana who actually is a huge Harley Quinn and Hulk fan. So he would love to just tag along just to be part of the fun. So
Oh yeah, we'll go to the shop.
he lives
It's a brick and mortar. It's there in Beachmont, right there in Indianapolis. It's a little sub city, how cities are, and it's a brick and mortar Comics Elite, and you can find them on Facebook. Uh, so anybody, he has the elite of books. He gets the 1 in 1,000ths
oh
books. He gets the I just got the foiled Batman, Superman, and Metal books, and the Metal is signed by Snyder and Capullo. So I picked them up at a great price. He he gets the elite of the elite. So he's at conventions, has his own booth, and he's a big company. He's blowing up. I've been there from the infancy. I was one of his first artists on his broadcasts at his house. So he's a really cool friend. He's a former soldier, former Marine, hoorah,
hoorah.
and Semper Fi, brother. And speaking more on Venom, excuse me, I do have a deal on Venoms. So I have these sketch covers. Anybody who's getting sketch covers done by me, I have the Venomized. And yes, anybody will also receive the Venom poster with a remark. I do a Spider-Man remark up in the top corner here.
Nice.
And signed. And the Tom Hardy Venom movie poster.
And I might actually have to talk to you on that one for the Tom Hardy, because I'm sure you have some you kept for yourself as well. I don't know how you far are into signatures as far as actors or just mainly like comic book writers and artists, but I believe I still have a line in where I can get a Tom Hardy signature. So
okay,
you would want one on a Venom movie poster.
Awesome.
I will send out feelers and see if my contact out in Hollywood is still available. I've been able to get Al Pacino when it's silly movies like High School Musical. Back when I was trying to impress a girl, I got like half the cast to sign a poster. We're not going to go into that, but I've gotten several actor and actress signatures over the years from this contact just by keeping in contact with them regularly, just like once a month. So they go to like all the big events, they go to the after parties, and I'm just like, I love having you there. Please don't leave me. But
so I'm looking at tonight is the big reveal for those who put their names, tag their names in for the special prize on the for my 100th on the Jay's Art Studio. So since this is a broadcast publication of Jay's Art Studio, featuring the artist and Porter, which is you and I. This is the artist and Porter show, which is a great show. It's going to be streaming every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time zone in the United States, 7 p.m. Central. So we have two people who actually replied in there, one of which is you.
So yeah, I know. I feel kind of bad since it's only two people and I'm part of this cast. As much as I would love the freebie, I say we give it to the person who, if you're okay with it, the person who isn't me. As much as I would love it, if you want to give it to him, give it to him.
Yeah, Mr. Scott Booth.
Scott Booth.
He is going to be the winner of
let's see it.
This special prize.
Oh,
It's a sketch
sorry.
cover of Power Rangers, the Green Ranger. Uh,
Yeah,
it will be signed by me. And coming up here in Louisville in the end of November, the Green Ranger, his name,
Jason David Frank.
Jason David Frank,
JDF, baby.
will be here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Wait, is he going to the Louisville Con this year?
Yes, he is.
He's not coming to Nashville this year. He's not coming to Nashville Wizard Con. This is the one year I actually told my job that even if I lose my job, I'm going to the Wizard Con, and he's not coming this year. So when is the day? When is it? When is he going up there?
The very end of November, so it's like 29th,
I
30th,
will see you
and
there.
I think December 1st.
I
Oh,
will.
good.
I will be
Cool.
there. You have no idea. I have like 30 things to sign. I will. I will be buying the probably both Q&A session, extra tickets for it, on top of everything else for the 3-day pass or 2-day pass, however long the con is.
It's 3 days.
I will be buying the 3-day weekend pass.
Yeah, and the Shat is going to be here too.
Of course. The Shats.
There is several other
Is Amy
actors.
Jo going to be there by any chance? I know she usually goes to the Knoxville one in Tennessee with him, but I don't know if AJ Squared was going to be there.
I have to check out
Is it just called Louisville Comic Con?
Louisville SuperCon.
Louisville
So,
SuperCon.
so this year is the first SuperCon by the new people who purchased the show. The show was sold last year from the guy who did the Lexington conventions and the SuperCon conventions who do Florida, Atlanta, South Carolina. I think up in Tennessee they probably have one. I know they have 6 others. They have 6 other SuperCons. So it's called the Louisville SuperCon.
I'm looking at the guest list right now.
And
oh, hey, look, LeVar Burton's going to be there.
is he going to read you a book?
I hope so.
Yeah, we need him to read you a book.
Is he going to take a look?
He's going to take a look. He's going to read a book, and he's going to put the visor on.
Oh, let's see. We got Shatner. We got some random. Go ahead.
Oh, Walking Dead.
Yes.
It's gonna have your old pal Merle.
Merle.
He's gonna be.
That's all Merle does is show up to these cons now.
Mr.
Legends
of the comic book community. Bob Hall is gonna be there.
Henry Winkler's going to be there as well.
Oh, the Fonz. That's the whole reason why I'm really going to.
And I'm excited about it too. Oh, you know what? And I'm actually very excited about this too. Brent Spiner is going to be there. So.
Oh yeah. Monica Rail, Michael Rooker, the Shat, RWBY, the cartoon, the anime.
Yeah. Ruby, yeah.
Yeah. Greg Land, Mike Coulter from Cage.
Yes.
Sadie Sink.
CJ Graham, Freddie himself. Sorry,
Zach.
Jason Voorhees, my bad.
Yes, Jason Voorhees is going to be there.
Yes, he is.
Also, the Zach Callison.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, he did the Cartoon Network, Steven Universe.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of He-Man stuff is going to be there. There's going to be the 501st Legion is going to be there. Bluegrass Division.
Flash Gordon's going to be there.
Joey Lauren Adams. She's going to be here. Chasing Amy.
Yeah. Sam Jones. I'm serious though. Like, I got Flash Gordon's and the Green Ranger in the same place.
Freaking Jones.
Yes.
Keith Giffen. Legend.
Looks like everyone's going to be there. For like all the people I want to see are going to be there all 3 days. I don't see anyone really only going to be there 2 days or anything like that. So at least except for the Shat. Shat's not going to be there Sunday.
So the co-creator of Lobo, co-creator of Rocket Raccoon, Keith Giffen is going to be there.
Where do you stay when you go to this con? Do you just go one day and just like make a drive up there, stay up there 6 hours or so, and then go back home, or do you go in a hotel?
I live 20
That's
minutes away
So,
from
do you
the
have a
convention center.
spare couch? Is the question.
Yeah, yeah. I guess.
He's like, yeah, I do. What? You want to see a picture of it? Yeah, it's
Oh
great.
man.
It's great to sit on.
Oh, there's two big guys that are gonna be there of
Already.
comics legends:
Okay.
Jim Shooter
Oh,
and Neil Adams.
Neil Adams is going to be there.
Yes, Ed
Oh,
McGuinness.
oh, this just got so much better.
Yeah, a
Oh,
ton
no
of
live
them.
animals. I can't bring my snake.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you gotta leave those at home.
Oh, hey, hey, hey. I mean, I always take one of my snakes with me, but I meant the one I carry around my neck.
Yeah, well, I do too. Sometimes it gets out and about. So
So then then they just call the cop. Anyways, but we're getting off track. But I
yes.
November 30th through December 2nd. Tell you what, I will talk to you later about this, but I'm definitely going for at least one day. But considering it is, I'm trying to find the hours again real quick. The hours of the con are Friday noon to 1 a.m. and then Saturday 10 to 2, which means there's going to be a huge party there, and then Sunday
Yeah.
10 to 8. So I am excited and so glad I'm going to get to see finally meet JDF. Okay, so here's the story about this because I've gotten to talk to him before, like through Messenger. Did you? I sorry, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually invited him when I worked at the bar I worked at to come down and actually have a meal at my bar because he was asking for like local places to eat and stuff. So was so excited, waiting on an answer all day, and never got anything. But
Huh.
I was really hoping I was gonna run away, come out like to sit on the go out to the patio to take out an order real quick after making it and see like just Jason David Frank sitting in at a Ron back iron chair at a table saying, "Hey, I'm looking for so and so," and then of course I don't know if I would have even been able to talk, to be honest. Like he's one of those people that would actually be starstruck. Like I've gotten to like get a signature from Will Smith, and I met him like at where he made an appearance somewhere, and was at least able to say a couple words. But there's a few people that I would influence me, and I saw a lot in my childhood. Like I would still love to meet Tim Allen. First show I ever watched apparently was Home Improvement, and my first words were "I like Tim" from Home Improvement. So
That's cool.
but
Yeah,
just
I like Tim Allen.
JDF's definitely up there. So I am super excited for that. And then Neil Adams as well. That's mind blown too that he's going to be there.
Oh yeah, he'll talk your ear off too.
Oh,
So
I will let him. Then I'll turn over the other
yeah,
ear. Oh,
yeah. So before closing this out, let's talk about our shirts here.
oh yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your shirt there.
Well, I'm glad you guys can't see the bottom of it because it's really worn. But funny story with this shirt, it's obviously modeled after the Walt Disney logo, and it's Breaking Bad. It says Walter White Meth Labs. But interesting story about the shirt. I have worn this to several jobs that have casual wear, like for factory jobs. And I had someone who I worked with for 3 weeks. And mind you, I wear this shirt like once a week. Did not know that it said that it was not the Disney logo. They just saw blue and white and the curly W and just kept walking. And then when it was like, Cameron, she like hit me like really hard in the show. I was like, what? Because we were just walking back from lunch. She's like, you have the word meth on your shirt. I'm like, yes, Karen, I do. Whoa. She's like, Cameron, that's bad. I'm like, Cameron, it's okay. My boss has commented the first day I wore it. It's all right, but it's one of my favorite shirts. It's definitely an around the house shirt now. It's a little bit too worn in. It's a little holy.
Okay.
But
Sunday shirts. All right.
I'm excited to talk about your Project Human shirt. Let's see that bad boy.
All right. So this came in today. It's a band, heavy metal band called Project Human. This is their new album cover. You could catch them on Apple Music or Spotify. This is the album His and Hers. It releases October 20th. They're doing a show for a release party out in California. And they will be coming to a town near you to rock your socks off.
I gotta rock my socks off. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did this cover.
So my shoe's gonna fly off too.
Oh, everything, man.
Oh, whoa!
You're
Now
gonna
that
do a
is a metal
full.
concert.
Yeah, you're gonna do a full on Charlie Brown. Uh, so yeah, this is the album cover. I did all the artwork for it. I do all the artwork for the whole band. So and they really rock, man. They bring
Can
it.
we get one of those shirts? Is that for sale somewhere?
Yeah, you could get it off of Project Human.
They
They
have a
have
website?
it's through Facebook.
Okay.
You can get them off Facebook, and they're in GarageBand also website. So you can check them out there. I will send out links on all these bands info and such. And also, congratulations, Scott Booth.
Yes, Scott Booth. That is an amazing cover,
And
and I'm very
then
jealous.
Venom. I will be doing these Venom sketch covers. Hit me up. Just tell me what you want on them, and they come with the two posters. One of them, the movie poster. The other one is the Venom poster and Carnage poster that I did with a remark of Spider-Man on there. And thank you again for tuning in with us on the Artist and Porter show.
Artist and Porter.
All right, so Cameron, any closing words of wisdom and any shout outs that you want to do?
Well, I mean, shout out number one to the man right here, John Davies. Met him just randomly through was it the Nerd Cave or Collector's Corner, and just he's been a tremendous person to talk to, and I hope to be us to stay great friends here soon. And just honestly, stay safe out there. It's getting towards winter. It's gonna be a bad one, and that's about it. Let's keep reading comics, guys.
Read the comics, guys. Read them. Just don't collect
Indie and mainstream. Support them all, big and small.
Oh yeah, Indiegogo.
And Kickstarter.
I have Kickstarter's down today, so
right.
I tried to get on there. Indiegogo is where it's at, though. With the major creators who are leaving the big industry and creating their own books with tons of passion. My close friend Art Taber has his book on there, Black and White. It
the
originally,
remaster, right?
Yes, it originally came out in individual issues, 3 issues back in the 90s, 94. And him and his co-writer and assistant inker, Taylor Grosso, have remastered it, re-inked it, did dialogue on it, and it's a 48-pager. It's square bound now because it surpassed the goal on that, the stretch goal.
Awesome.
It's still growing. It has about 12 more days left on it. So everybody check that out. Check out all the other featured books on Indiegogo by John Malin, Doug TenNapel, Ben Jones, Critias. There's a few others that I'm forgetting their names right now, but check all their books out. They put a lot of passion. Mike S. Miller, Lone Star. He's almost at the 100,000 mark. We want all these books to reach and surpass the 6 figures, bitch. And that's what it's called. # 6 figures, bitch. And that's the logo. That's the slogan.
I love
that's it. Where everybody is going with. That's where my book should be going next year with the event, Children from the Atom. It's a very personal story. It has a lot of action, adventure, suspense, thrills, and something that everybody could dig into and become. So you become the character as you read it. That's the way I want it. That's the way comics have been with me growing up.
I cannot wait to sink my teeth into it once it finally comes out.
Oh yeah, and I have several other books that I have ideas pouring through onto pages. The next book will be called The Quest. That'll also be coming out in the second half of 2019.
Making me wait so long.
Yeah. Um, we have had a sighting by the publisher for the Night Mist book. It will be coming out real soon here. I don't have a date locked down yet, but apparently their servers were hacked and they were trying to get those back up going. And how everybody's getting hacked and such, they weren't protected.
Oof.
So they're getting everything back together to begin the publications. So it wasn't just the book I worked on. There were several other books that were stalled out also. So Dojo Kun Comics is the publisher, and Night Mist is the book that I did all the
I miss.
line work on. Yes, it's pretty good. I mean, I've shown it. I've shown pages and everything. So everybody needs to check that out. I will retain a few hundred copies when that comes out for signing and everything.
Woof, woof.
So hopefully,
For one.
hopefully, yeah, hopefully Cameron and I will go on the road to do our shows and do the shows.
Oh, I would love to take this show on the road.
Oh yeah, and do the convention scene with me.
Hey,
So
actually,
around.
if you're not doing anything around Halloween, Chris Stevens, local artist, who I was just showing you did a cover of that What If Spider-Man, is
Yes,
actually going to be at my LCS on a Saturday here coming up soon. So
cool.
if you work
Yeah,
Monday
I'll
through
drive
Friday,
on. Yeah, I'll drive on down.
I can actually ask off that Saturday tomorrow. I'll let you know if I get it off. Maybe we can do something there. Maybe get an interview with him real quick.
Yes.
Do something with his sketches. So
Oh yeah, we'll definitely. He could do a sketch and I'll ink him up.
there we go. That'd be even better.
Right on, brother.
All right, buddy. Well,
So
everybody have a good night.
you too. Stay cray cray.
Always.
All right. See you next time.